This is the Futures Levels Update for Monday night. I don't know if we even need this. Today was kind of a mess, but we did exceed some levels that were important that we were tracking. Not exceed is probably an understatement. So we busted through like somebody just rediscovered powder or something. Nothing's changed. We just had a positive reaction, kind of like the inverse of the negative reaction we had in the last couple of weeks. I don't even remember when the some bond auction went too poorly today. Apparently it went well. I didn't even look, but we did breach some pretty important levels. So we busted through on the ES 4431, which made it not stop anywhere else we had talked about. They went straight for the gold, and look at where they are at now. If you look left, this is another prior fail, a massive fail from the middle of September. So the ES is at that level and then some. So if we clear this, and I'm not sure why we need to clear this without a small dip to just build a better base, we will tackle the summer zone. Now, NVIDIA has still a lot to say tomorrow. So let's see how the reaction to NVIDIA goes. That's my only hesitation. And let's see here, what are these arrows that I have on a higher time frame? Somewhere back here, we had established a pattern that makes us chop inside this zone, and that's what we're doing. We dipped inside the zone, and we're trying to challenge the upper ends of it. So that's on the bigger scale. For the immediate time, I don't think we have any reference that is reliable on the upside. As far as resistance are concerned, I showed you where it's at, but I'm not sure I would use it as a sell point. It's too close and too old. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and if you want another level above that, I'll give you, there are 4, count them, 4 point of control, 5 point of control from the summer that are around 45.82, give or take $2. 45.82. So that is a spot that will matter on the way up. Now on the way down, we don't have floors anymore. We just have levels, and they're not very pointy. So I will eliminate all the levels that I have hand drawn. 45.21, I'm picking the obvious ones. 45.13, 4,500 flat, give or take $1. And then anything below 44.38 now becomes like a what? I can't believe we're down here. That's the kind of statement. So it's a pretty big mess. We'll go to the NASDAQ. I'm not sure. I think it's a waste of time, but we'll do it anyway because of how it will look 24 hours from now. So let's see how the report goes for NVIDIA and how it affects the rest of tech. NVIDIA was the stock to watch last May, and it changed the game. Can it do it again? Because if we break out from here behind NVIDIA, we will challenge the all-time highs. Technically, review the video to see how that happens. I don't know if we're going to jump up. I'm not loading on calls. I am long calls. I did trim a lot. So from that perspective, please keep it real. No immediate resistance. So we are in open air, which makes shorting pretty scary. So now the bulls have the advantage from that perspective. Levels to watch on the NQ. 15,794 and 15,600 if you want to round it, give or take. We have other levels. We have 4 or 5 point of controls at 15,389. I'm not sure when we're going to need those, but write them down anyway. RTY, whoops, not TRY, RTY. Okay, so the RTY, we do have recent resistance, which is the high spike, and that is 1840. And I think there's another one at 1824. And above that, there's like 6 point of controls at and around 1855. So those are levels where we will probably find sellers. Maybe now we have higher lows and higher highs to tackle these levels up there. We'll see. The levels on the way down, we need to hold 1770. Any lower than 1770, I think will be a disappointment. Now we do have better support, but why lose 1770 if you intend on going up to these levels up there? So that's there. You know what? I did not look at gold, so let's go check out gold today. Ooh, pretty exciting stuff. Not that it's green, but I'll take the green day in gold. If it takes out 1996, good year. No, actually, what was I doing in 96? I don't remember. If we break out of here, we will be in the 2020 area, which will be challenging up here. That's a big if. It's an inverse head and shoulders. The target is way higher than that, so I'm telling you that we will be challenging this. That's not the target. It would be higher. And then taking that out, the target would be even higher. So don't short gold for no reason. SLV, silver, I like to look at the SLV. Let's look at the SLV and then we'll look at silver if we have time. Um, doesn't tell the same story because SLV was ahead of gold. It already broke out from its cup and handle and now it's coming back down to check it. You know what? Between the two, I wouldn't load up on gold yet. I would wait a couple more ticks. Today, there might have been a dollar move that influenced that as a reaction to the spike in the TLT. Yep. So be careful on gold. There might be a bounce in the dollar which puts downside pressure on or makes it harder to rally with gold. CL, let's look at CL. So crude is going into another level of resistance. They're still making lower lows and lower highs. So the challenge for crude bulls is to take out 79.80. If you want to round it to 80 and 80 and a half, that's fine. And without losing 75.50 first. If you lose 75.50 right there, I think the bells and whistles, the alarms should go, oh, here we go, we're going to set a lower low. So be careful that it's not doing this lower low, lower high thing. If you want to see what it looks like, this is what it would look like. So it rallied and you might see a lower low. So keep in mind that that is a possibility. How would you change that? You make a higher high at least once. So take that out. Take that out. All right. Be safe, folks. This was a crazy day. Some crazy things might continue for the next couple of days.